everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings. Thank you so much for coming out today. I am so honored to have you here. I cannot thank you enough. Hey, I'm back. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened there. It's the guides. They definitely mess up the technology from time to time. Anyway, okay, we've got a very short period of time and we want to do several things. We're going to talk about ancestral energy healing. So I'm going to briefly share how ancestral energy healing came about, and then we're going to take a guided journey. All right. So before we get into that, on a more serious note, I did want to say I just found out this morning that one of my aunts had passed away. And so I wish her Godspeed. And obviously that wasn't exactly how I expected to start the day. So as a result, I decided to spend some time in the garden because over the last few years, I've really been getting out into the garden because that's how I do a lot of ancestral work, just thinking about the ancestors while I'm, pruning a bush or something like that. And I know some of you who have known me for many, many years are probably thinking, wait, you are gardening? I mean, that's pretty scary, right? But yes, this is how I honor the ancestors. There's that old saying that I heard, well, there's a couple of versions of it. One of them, I used to work for Jim Rohn, who was a very famous motivational speaker back in my very early career. And one thing he was talking about, that saying about, we're always waiting for something or someone to show up. And he would say, but what if they don't show up, right? Who's going to do the job? And the other saying that's so interesting is the one that says, what if we are the people who we are waiting for? And I think that sentiment really expresses the embodiment of the ancestral healing movement now, because we have so many people who are in their current incarnations right now who really feel called to ancestral work. They feel like they have been put on this earth. We all have lots of purposes in our lifetime, but the ancestral work is really a big part of the purpose for many people. And I hear that from people all the time. And so along those lines, and I want to thank my ancestors. I want to really thank my family, who has been totally supportive of all those strange things that I have been doing all these years. And along the lines of gratitude, there are no words in my heart and soul to express my love and appreciation for my friends at Llewellyn. They are incredible, and I love them all. And I could spend the rest of this time telling you everything about how wonderful they are. I always loved Llewellyn. I was a big fangirl, and I'm so thrilled to have my dream come true to be one of their authors. And I'm just honored to be here. We've got so many incredible speakers. I want to thank my friend Cindy Dale for writing the foreword for this book. And I hope you saw her program yesterday. And so many great friends here. And that includes you. Thank you. You're wonderful. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to briefly discuss how this work came about. And then again, like I said, we're going to go on a journey. So I began writing books for Llewellyn. My first book with them came out in February of 2020, if you can imagine that. So suffice to say, we've had a lot of changes in the world since then. And in 2021, the book Heal Your Ancestors to Heal Your Life came out. This book is about the genealogical regression process and how that came about. I was doing past life regressions in the early 2000s. And sometimes when people wanted a past life regression, because I was tuning into them intuitively, I would say, wait a minute, before we can go on a past life regression, I feel like this person needs to go have a visionary experience with their parents, with either mother or father, or sometimes both, where there could be some forgiveness and some healing, some actual conversation, and then we can go into a past life. And so somehow during this time, I started getting the vibe that so they're meeting with mother and father's higher self, right? Not the human beings who we encounter every day. And it's important that happen because sometimes there's unforgivable things that have gone on. We can't possibly even look these people in the eye. But in this space, we're talking to their soul essence or an energy that represents them. And so it can be very, very healing and very profound. And so eventually I said, okay, well, hey, mom and dad, why don't you ask them, hey, mom and dad, does anybody's family need a healing today? And then sure enough, let's say mom said, yeah, my family needs a healing. Okay, great. So instead of guiding people into their past lives, I started guiding them where we would float out over a line of light and then drop down into events that did not happen to their soul, but that happened to their ancestors. And so normally, obviously, a lot of the ancestral literature, it talks about, inherited family trauma and things like that. A lot of the things, let's face it, that our ancestors went through were very, very difficult, very challenging. And so this isn't normally a happy thing. We might be going over, a funeral, an illness, a lot of battles. So let's just imagine, again, for this example I'm giving, so they would float out, let's say, over a battle, and they're floating above it. And I'll say, okay, great. Now look down there and notice if you notice any of your ancestors. And they'll go, oh my gosh, look, there's my 5 times great grandfather. What's going on? And so we'd say, great, now let's just send some healing to grandfather or whoever was there. And then let's extend that healing to all people who are involved into this situation as a whole. Now, here's the deal. It's not going to become, transformed completely. I mean, right? It's a battle. I mean, there's only so good that it's going to get. We're not going to ever jump for joy over this. But could we make the sensation of a very, very heavy energy feel just a little bit better, a little bit lighter and brighter than it felt before? And so we would send light, and we would do that until the person started to feel there's an energetic shift. And then I would have them notice the ancestor looks lighter, their parent, whichever one they were with, mother or father, looks lighter. And then they start to feel that lightness within their own body. Then we travel all the way back to now, and then we can extend this loving light to all living members of the family. And then we could project it out to the future generations who have yet to be born. And so this is the genealogical regression process. So, what happened in 2021, around the time this book was coming out, I had come down with some illness, and I was basically in bed for a period of time, and I had a fever that would not go away. And so after I got to the point where I didn't think I would be contagious from whatever this was, I went ahead and went to the doctor, and it was all very archetypal. Like, she was looking me over. She was standing out in the hall, looking into the exam room, just going, and just like had this look on her face, like, I don't know what's going on here. And she came in here and she said, Shelley, I don't know what is going on with you. I think you have pneumonia, but I don't understand it because when I checked your oxygen level, it's in the high 90s. So I don't know what to do with you. I'm going to send you this medicine anyway, and you're going to go home. So I went home and I basically laid in my bed, and obviously I wasn't going anywhere, to put it mildly. I started having a lot of pain in different parts of the body, on different sides of the body. And over the course of however long I was convalescing there, I started to be shown in very specific detail that certain pains were related to certain parts of my family, whether it was my mother's side or the father's side. And I'm not going to disclose all that, but suffice to say, a lot of things occurred to me, and I was shown many things. So I was so blown away by this. I started showing some of this over the years to students and clients and working with people in the things that are now in this book. But I wasn't ready to write this book because, again, what I was shown was so profound that it completely, it blew my mind. I started to realize that maybe the former thought that I used to have, which is that many of our challenges and difficulties that we're having in our current life are from our past lives. I felt like I've spent so many years working on that. I felt like I had done a lot. I don't think we're ever fully finished, right? Because we're still here. I'm never finished, but I felt like I'd made good progress there, let's say. And then when this came up, I was like, whoa, I mean, this is serious. And I knew that at some point I was going to need to try to figure out, does everyone need to go lay in their bed for a couple of weeks? No. I mean, there's got to be a gentler way to consciously, before we wind up, in bed, like to consciously send ourselves energy to these different things that are occurring within the body so that we can begin to loosen the ties and to send the love and light to the energy that exists within our body. And so I was busy writing my book, The Goddess Discovered, which came out in December. It has a bunch of deities, and it was a very long book. It also talks about the connections that we have to deity through our ancestors. ancestors, because guess what? They all worshipped these different goddesses in ancient times. And so we, of course, do the same thing. We explore genealogical regressions there. We explore past lives there. But it's also a dictionary with over 500 deities in it. So it took a long time to write. And I was thinking to myself, okay, now that this book's done, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. But the universe did not have the same idea in mind. And very easily, the Ancestral Energy Healing book was born. I guess, relatively speaking, like I said, just it came to be. And so I want to thank Llewellyn from the bottom of my heart. This one is really coming into this part 2 of Ancestral Energy Healing, or Heal Your Ancestors to Heal Your Life, and just kind of going a little bit further. There's genealogical regressions in there where instead of working as much on the trauma, now we're going to start working on the blessings and gifts that ancestors give us. Then we do, there is an offering there for some work on just general forgiveness with parents. Some people I've observed, clients, students, readers, they're not ready. They don't want to do that part. And I invite you, as you go through the different parts of the processes, if this isn't anything you want to do right now, don't do it. Just keep moving on. And then we get into what I call ancestral energy healing, which is where I was shown that we notice how the body can be divided into different parts. Like we can attribute certain sides of the body or certain parts of the body to things that are occurring in mother's lineage and things that are occurring in father's lineage. And so before we get into all that, we go through muscle testing so that there's several different ways that you're going to arrive at this inner knowing about exactly what parts of your body and the things that are going on there are represented by those particular ancestors. Because I think when you have a clearer vision of whose lineage you're working on when you're doing these exercises, you have a lot more profound healing. So there's lots of different ways to get at that. Muscle testing is one way. There's also, obviously, it's me. Hello. We're going to do lots of guided imagery to do that, where we try to get in touch with, again, the different parts of the body. I'm going to help you learn how to divide the body along the sagittal plane, which runs from head to feet. We can divide the body in half. We're going to do some actual movement exercises. No, I am not a yoga instructor, and there are many out there, but we're going to just do some simple movement. And people would say, well, why do we want to do that? It's because we have to start, again, getting grounded in our body and then getting in touch with the places that are the deepest within ourselves on a physical level, and start sending love and light and raising the frequencies of those things up. It can be very, very peaceful and transformational, and it can be very gentle. Like I said, there's different parts of the book. You may say, I'm not ready for that part, but the ancestral energy itself in the last part of the book is a very gentle process. It's not like Reiki or some of the other things that I've written where we have to have a symbol that's representing something. No, we're just learning where things exist, and we're sending light in a very specific way to the body. Now, here we are. We have a very short time. And so we're going to do an exercise that's a very, very shortened version of what you're going to see in the book. And so we're going to do that now together. And it's going to be very gentle and easy. And we're going to work on the teeth. There's an old saying that we hold all of our karma in our teeth. And so this was one of the areas that I was shown, is that either the top set of teeth or the bottom set could represent the lineage. So like I said, like maybe the top or bottom, let's say the top set of your teeth represents either your mother or father's lineage. The bottom set of teeth represents your mother or father's lineage. And, I could tell you how it is for me, but what I've learned after working with students and clients is that this is something that you have to figure out for yourself. Because I can tell you with great certainty, this is only, again, what we're getting ready to do is just one very simple way to divide the body. But when we get into some of the deeper work of dividing in half and stuff, every person I worked with is a little bit different. So it's something that through this inner wisdom that you all have in your own souls, you come up with these answers, and then it helps you to direct that energy a little bit more clear. So, all right, but today we're going to do the teeth, okay? So let's go ahead, and I won't close my eyes, but if you'd like to close your eyes, you can do that. Ready? So let's close our eyes if you feel so guided. And if you don't have to. You can keep them open. This is actually one that I actually do this throughout the day. That's why this one is super easy and something you can hopefully take with you today and do it often. All right, closed eyes or not, I want you to take a deep healing breath in through your nose. And we're breathing in love and peace and light and joy and happiness and harmony. And we're exhaling tensions and concerns. Take another deep healing breath in through the nose, calming the body as we invite joy and peace and harmony, and exhale tension. Very good. Now I want you to bring your attention to your teeth. And I want you just to very gently think about bringing the bottom teeth up so that the edges of the bottom teeth connect with the top teeth. So you're putting them together. They may not go together perfectly, right? But you're just bringing them together as best you can. And I want you to imagine that your teeth, the top and bottom, represent your mother and father's lineage. And if you happen to intuitively know, you could ask your higher self right now to share that information with you through a simple statement. My top row of teeth represents whose lineage? And just notice the first thought that pops into your mind. And my bottom row of teeth represents mother's or father's lineage. And you could notice the first thought that pops into your mind, or not. But whether you notice that or not, I want you to imagine, to the best of your ability, you're just going to bring those teeth together. And imagine that there's a beautiful light that's coming down from the top of your head. And it's moving into your eyes, your nose, into your jaw. And it's moving right into those teeth. And imagine as you bring them together, you are inviting these two dynamic and incredible forces that exist within you. They are unique within you. They're coming together in peace, in harmony, in alignment. And you may feel a buzzing sensation in the teeth as you're inviting mother and father's ancestral lineage to come together now in peace and joy and harmony. Very good. And imagine that beautiful energy of alignment, of peace, of cooperation, of integration. Perhaps you've never integrated these energies before. Very powerful lineages that are very unique to you. We're just inviting that energy, and we're just going to allow that energy to move through the entire body as it moves up, 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 into your jaw, through your nose and eyes, through your head. It's moving down, 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 through your jaw, into your neck, integrating the energy of the lineages within you, and just sending peace and light as that energy moves down, 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 through your neck, into your shoulders, Moving through your arms, down, 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 down. Through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Moving into your legs, down, 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 down. Inviting all of the energy from mother and father's lineage to meld together in peace and harmony. So just take a few moments as you just continue to allow this energy to move through you. And as you do, you notice you're feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. So take just a moment, just a couple of minutes here. Lighter and lighter and lighter. Brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And if there's any areas of tension or discomfort, imagine that you can just go right into those areas and just send love and light and peace and joy and love and light. And that light's getting lighter and 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 lighter. Brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. As cells are expanding and relaxing. You're just inviting light and peace into every single cell. Lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. Beautiful. Wonderful work. So imagine that you can bring this peaceful feeling with you as you start from the tips of your toes and the soles of your feet. Aligning these energies, you bring your conscious awareness up, 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 through your legs, through your knees, up, 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 through your thighs, through your torso. This new alignment of integration and peace and love. Up, 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 through your fingers, your hands, your arms, your elbows, your shoulders, up, 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 through your stomach and your lungs. And just breathe into your heart center. Breathe and relax. And feel the expansion and the integration of the two powerful and dynamic forces that exist within you. Up, 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 up. Mother and father's lineages moving through the shoulder blades, through the neck and shoulders, up, 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 through your head. And you turn your attention and awareness back to your teeth. And maybe there's a buzzing energy or just a releasing or a more peaceful energy than before. And just take a moment to bless those who have come before you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And when you're ready, you can go ahead now and come back feeling alert, awake, refreshed, better than you felt before. All right. So that's like a super small taste of ancestral energy healing. But the reason why I like the teeth exercise is because that's something that you can actually do anytime. You could even do it, while you're awake. Just think about it. Just, okay, I'm bringing a balancing here. But again, this is a very, very short process for you today. And I hope that it was helpful. You are amazing. I wish you many, many blessings, my dear ones. And if you have questions or anything, feel free. You can reach out to me on my website, which is Past Life Lady. Get a hold of me there. Also, I'll be on Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie tomorrow night talking about this more extensively. You are wonderful. I wish you joy and peace and love and happiness in all things. And I want to thank my friends at Llewellyn again. I love you all. You know that. I'm so grateful for everyone for being here and sharing your time with me today. And I wish you all great things now and always, dear one. Sending lots and lots of love, prayers, and blessings to you. Namaste.